the broker for Next Home 245, and I'm here again today with our mascot, Luke. Thank you for joining me here today, Luke, and just for you sellers out there, just to let you know that if you list your home with us, not only will we put a beautiful sign in your yard, but we will also have your own personal Luke that stands by the sign to draw attention to the fact that your house is for sale. I'm going to talk today about, will an open house sell my house? There's a lot of mixed feelings among sellers, buyers, agents about how effective and how needed is an open house in selling your property. First of all, what makes a good open house? You want to have an agent who is very knowledgeable about your home. So if you have a listing agent who asks you a lot of questions about your home, don't think they're being nosy. They just want to know as much as possible about your home so that they can sell it, have information to share with the buyers. And they also want to fall in love with your home like you fell in love with your home. Your agent should be able to say things to you that a prospective buyer would not feel comfortable telling you. Like, hey, you got a dog smell in your house and you're probably living there and you don't even notice it because you've come in every day. So please don't be offended when your listing agent shares these things with you. It could be an odor. We might go in and see some things that you've just grown accustomed to seeing, whether it be clutter or too many things on your kitchen counter or too much stuff on your refrigerator. Your realtor is not trying to be critical of your home. They just want to help you to be able to market your property in the most effective way. Your home should be decluttered, staged, have good curb appeal, no pets present, and be odor-free. I know people get really sensitive when we talk about your pets, but believe me, I've taken plenty of buyers in homes where, the seller will say, oh, don't worry about my dog. They're friendly. They might jump on you. People don't like that. Whether they love animals or not, they're not familiar with your pet. And so you should either have them put up in a, kennel or whatever, or remove them for the home, especially during an open house. You want to have good advertising and signage. There are a lot of people are finding open houses now through online websites. At Next Home 245, we put our open houses on hundreds of websites so that we have lots of marketing so that people can see that you're having your open house. We also have good signage that, you want signs at the end of the street and in front of the home to draw attention to your house. We have a good way to capture feedback information. Everybody is uncomfortable. I don't want to sign a piece of paper saying I've been here. I don't want somebody contacting me and bugging me about buying this house. But you please know from the seller's perspective that some of this is just a security feature. We hate to think that anybody would come into a home and, mess with anybody's stuff, but we do like to capture your information. At Next Home 245, we have a program called Spatio, and it's set up on our laptop or an iPad where you may sign in and it'll ask you a few questions like, what did you like about this house? Have you been pre-approved? Or are you working with a realtor? And if you're working for a realtor, we in our office, we will not bug you. We would never cross that line. You're working with somebody and we totally understand that. When is a good time to have an open house? Open houses are good to have when a home is first listed. All your neighbors are dying to see your home. I always say, welcome the nosy neighbors. That's what a perfect opportunity for them to see your home and then to tell the people they know, hey, I want you to be my neighbor and this is a great house. Let them spread the word and be your advertising. So don't be put off by people who you think might be just stopping by to be nosy. They might tell somebody about your house. Another good time to have an open house is when you've had a price reduction, where you might have had your house listed at $250 and you reduce it to $225. That's a totally different market. And people who might not have come the first time might come if you do a price reduction. Also, it'd be nice if your realtor would hook up with some other realtors who have homes for sale in the neighborhood. That way it brings more traffic if you have more open houses in the neighborhood to have them at the same time. What are the real chances that your house will sell at an open house? From my experience, and I hate to say this and be honest about it, but it's not likely. You get lots of lookers, you get your nosy neighbors, you get people who may want just decorating ideas. And I'm fine with that. I don't care who stops by. Again, they might spread the word to someone they can tell about your house. It is good time for agents out there to pick up buyers. A lot of times people will stop by an open house, even if they're just being nosy and they have no intention of buying a house, but they might come in and see something that they totally fall in love with your house. Or they might mention to your realtor, I might be looking down the road, and this is an opportunity for your agent to pick up a buyer. Most homes can be seen online and they schedule for an appointment. It's very, I'm from the day when I started out when we used to hand out realtor books where we would go through and find the properties for our buyers. Nowadays, everything can be seen online as well as the pictures. You can see virtual tours. So the traffic at open houses is not as great as it used to be. Most serious buyers are going to come and look at your house with an agent and schedule an appointment. Sometimes they'll come to your open house with an agent, but I would say most of the time they're going to just schedule an appointment outside of that time. Some reasons not to have an open house is it may be inconvenient for you. You got to have your house, looking tip-top shape. You have to leave your house for a couple hours. If you have small children or you have pets, sometimes that can be a real inconvenience. There are often also safety issues, not only for you as the homeowner, when people are walking around your house, I like to think this doesn't happen, but people look in your closets, they look in, your drawers. Sometimes it could be a safety issue. And it's also a safety issue sometimes for agents who may be working somewhere alone, especially in a secluded area. So after all of this, it kind of sounds like a Debbie Downer. Why would I think of having an open house after discussing all of these things? I think the most exposure you can have to sell your property, you should use every opportunity to do one. Just like maybe a flyer in the flyer box. Somebody picks that up. That flyer might not necessarily sell your home, but we are going to use every opportunity we can to market your home on the one slim chance that maybe that one person coming to the open house might buy it. It's just one of the many ways that we market your home in order to have it be seen. And someone may tell someone else about it. Maybe that person that comes to the open house might not be interested, but they might tell a friend about it who is interested. There's also a chance you will sell it. Our goal is to use every possible means to sell your home. It's also a good opportunity for a buyer to see a home without pressure. They can just come in and say, hey, I'm looking for a decorating idea, or I'm just looking, without pressure. I always say to my agents, I really push being in an open house as often as you can. I have a better chance of selling your home if I'm sitting in your open house than if I'm sitting home on a Sunday afternoon on my sofa. I think I have a better chance at your open house of selling it than I do there. We would love, first of all, to get your open house, you have to list your property with us. And I'd love to discuss that with you. If you're interested in listing your home, you can contact me at 434-610-1605 or email me at Wanda@nexthome245.com.